And
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
let's do it. Welcome back to another episode of Convos with your mom's favorites with host Mo and Greg. I am Mo.
I am Greg.
And we are back. We are back with another episode for who?
The people.
The people. Uncle G, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Likewise.
It is Memorial Day.
Yes.
And at some point today, I am going to honor my forefathers by putting some type of dead animal
On the
a grill. And yeah, it's going to be great.
That's got to happen.
Yeah, it's got to happen.
It's got to happen.
It's got to happen. And it's going to happen. And it's going to be great. And I'm going to just enjoy it.
I got you.
Going to enjoy it. But yeah, we're here to do a pod. Mm-hmm. And pod we shall.
Yes,
but,
we shall.
Man, I don't know, bro. There's just this writer strike has just kind of
killing us.
It's killing everything. So there's not really,
a lot to do, a lot to talk about. But again, we're gonna wing this.
We're gonna wing it.
We're gonna wing this.
We're gonna wing it.
We're gonna wing this.
We're gonna wing it.
So
and there you go. Early in the episode, there goes the title. Thank you very much. We're gonna wing it.
We're gonna wing it.
We're gonna wing
so
it.
So y'all come and go along with us on this.
But you said you had something that
was kind of
kickstart us off.
Did you watch? Have you watched or rewatched Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania?
No, I have not.
I rewatched it.
Okay.
On Disney. It's a better rewatch than it was the initial. Then like when you initially saw it, you saw it. You're like, oh god, this is like another more of the same. Rewatch.
So you're saying the third time will be good for me?
Oh, you saw it. That's
Remember,
you saw
it twice.
Yeah. The third time might be the charm.
Okay.
Because again, there was a lot of stuff that I picked up in the third one. Mm-hmm. Not the third time, but the second time that I did not pick up in the first one. In the first time I watched it, and it was like, oh, okay, this helps it make a little bit more sense. Like I was telling you before when we talked about it before, the whole Kang thing, the whole Kang story, the whole Kang backstory, or using him as a villain, or just going back to Marvel Comics, that was always a really, really complicated tale, and it was to the point where where you were like, oh man, this is a little bit deep, or a little bit too deep for a comic book. It's like, that's it deals a lot with time travel. I remember at the very end when I think it might have been during the time when they were doing the post credits. The post credit scenes, and what was he doing? And you saw the three beings. Mm-hmm. Those are the three beings that exiled him. Those are the three Kang, and they're all Kang.
Yeah.
But they're all different Kang. And if you follow the comics, the one who was dressed like they're Egyptian, because it was like when I saw them the first time we saw it, I looked at them and I was like, Who are they? When I saw it the second time and I was able to kind of like pause and kind of like really look at the characters, I realized who they were. It was a character, different incarnations of Kang at different times. These three, I think, were the most powerful. There was Ramatut, Immortus. That was Immortus was the one with the long gown. Ramatut was the one dressed like the Egyptian, and the third one, why can't I think of the name of the third one? Name now again, all of a sudden escapes me.
Right.
But those were the three out of all the Kangs and all the. Those were the three main ones, and they were the ones who cast him into exile. And now they're concerned because of the fact that
he's free.
He's free. Yeah, exactly. So, in each and
oh wait, no, he's not free. He's dead.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Did he die?
Once after he laid hands on Ant-Man.
Yeah.
They threw that machine on, and he got sucked in it. And they said when they were talking, they were like, "So he's gone," and he was like, "You just mad that you weren't the one to kill him."
Yeah. Okay. Who? Wait.
Ramatut was like, "You just mad because you didn't, because you're not the one that killed him."
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
That's coming back, by the way. I heard they're trying to bring it back.
Me?
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to do it without Pops, but I did hear that they are attempting to, or were attempting to bring that back. But
if they brought it back, would you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd watch it. I'd give it a shot.
I would give it a shot.
I mean, for the sake of, the show, everything now has to be given a shot.
Yeah.
Yes. It all has to be given a shot. To do this job better, I can't just
we can't
just pick and choose what I like.
Yeah, can't just watch the stuff we like.
Yeah, I have to,
we have to watch the stuff that's maybe a little sketchy
so
that we can come back and tell you
guys.
Yes,
which is exactly why I'm going to see The Little Mermaid at some point. I was supposed to go see it Friday, but plans fell through.
Okay,
but I know.
Back to Ant-Man. Going back to Ant-Man, it was better in the second watch for me.
Okay,
because again, I understood a little bit more of what was going on, and so it was interesting. It was interesting. So again, if you saw it and you didn't like it, I would advise go back and give it a second watch. Yeah, and matter of fact, when you give it a second, for me, when I gave it a second watch, it didn't even seem as long as it did.
No, it definitely didn't seem
as long.
And I think that's just because I always have that issue when I go see it like twice in movies. Mm-hmm. Because even going to see Guardians again, I felt like the movie happened quicker.
Yeah.
But it's because when you see it the first time, you have no idea what's coming next. But then when you watch it again, you already know what's coming. Yeah. So it definitely doesn't seem you're watching it. The time has not changed.
Yeah.
But because you know what to expect next.
Exactly.
You don't,
You're watching it with less anxiety because you don't know what's going to happen next.
Right.
So you're kind of like watching it a little bit more. You're a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
When you watch it the second time.
Yeah.
And that's where I felt when I streamed it, when I watched it on Disney Stream. Mm-hmm. It was I was a little bit more laid back and relaxed, and so I was able to really watch it. But I did the same thing with what was Superman, the Superman and Batman movie. With where they introduced Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I can't think of the title.
Dawn of Justice.
Dawn of Justice. When I saw it in the theaters, I did not like it. I was like, oh God, this and then I was like, oh, this movie is so long. And then when they released it onto video and I got the DVD and I watched it again, I was like, oh my God, this movie was pretty good.
Oh, the movie was great.
The movie was great. I enjoyed it more. I again because with the second watch, I'm watching it with a lot less anxiety because I already kind of knew what was going to happen. So, again, sometimes to give a movie a second watch may not be a bad thing.
As a matter of fact, I didn't even hate that movie the first time I saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy.
Like when I saw it in theaters, I wasn't mad at that movie. Yeah. My only issue with that movie, with Batman versus Superman, my only issue was it took too long to Batman versus Superman.
To get to that part. Exactly.
Yes. That is literally, and Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor was trash. But other than that, like, I was not mad at that movie at all. Yeah, like those were only two critiques of Batman versus Superman was poor choice in Lex Luthor, and it took way too long for them to fight each other.
Lex Luthor, if for nothing else, his portrayal of Lex Luthor I didn't like it either, but it did make me laugh because there were some really sketchy scenes.
Yeah, I'm like,
some really funny. Yeah, some really funny scenes, like when he was talking to this one guy and he takes the he had unwrapped a piece of candy.
The lollipop.
Yeah.
No, the Jolly Rancher.
The Jolly Rancher.
And he put the Jolly Rancher in his mouth.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, bro, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
It's almost like, you know what it's like? It was like they hired him for Lex Luthor. But he forgot and was doing his best Joker impression.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it felt like. Like he was, bro, they hired you to be Lex Luthor.
You were supposed to be a captain of industry, a mad /mad scientist.
Right. Jesse Eisenberg did better if he would have done, if he would have been more like his role in The Social Network.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you should have brought to this role.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I would have. Actually, that's what I was expecting. So all these other little quirky things that he was doing,
I'm like, what are you
doing?
That's not Lex Luthor at all.
Not even a little bit.
Because he hated people, so he
Yeah.
definitely wasn't gonna.
You trying to put?
But trying to put no.
Oh man, it was funny. It was.
But again, only two critiques for that movie. But I do plan to watch at some point. Not honestly in a rush, because like I said, until Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought I was dealing with superhero fatigue.
Yeah. Yep.
But then, like I said,
we had said that before.
Yeah. But after seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, no, I have not been dealing with superhero fatigue. They just have been doing a really poor job at creating creating engaging stories with these superhero movies.
There you go. Exactly. That's what it is. Even with because while we're talking about movies, we both finally saw Shazam, Fury of the Gods. What was your take on it?
It was super, super long.
Yeah.
That movie was 2 hours and 10 minutes, and for what?
Yeah. It was like,
I was disappointed that Helen Mirren was not the big bad.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? It's Helen Mirren. You had me believing that at the end of it, Shazam was fighting Helen Mirren.
Yep, exactly.
Now, don't get me wrong. In the scenes that Helen Mirren was in,
she was good.
She kicked all the ass.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. She did that.
In every scene that she was in. But,
to me,
now don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with Lucy Liu.
No. Lucy Liu was.
But she was they gave more depth and intrigue to Helen Mirren
there you go.
than they did for Lucy Liu, only for Lucy Liu to be the final big bad at the end.
Thank you. I was just getting ready to say, to me, they had some really good actors, and they kind of like wasted them.
Yes. The story They
wasted them. They did not. It was not like, oh, Helen Mirren, Lucy Liu, which is what I first thought when they heard that they were coming to the movie. But then it was like, what are they doing? And you're watching the movie, and I've watched it twice, and and the second time I watched it, I still felt the same way I felt the first time.
I don't know if
it just was not a good story.
It was not.
It was not a good story.
Sorry. They had something. Even with Billy Batson trying to keep the team together, that was something they could have explored, and I don't think they did a well enough job even doing that.
Nope.
I don't even think they did a good enough job with that. Like they just dropped the ball, and it was just
like I said. It had a lot of good actors, but the story was not good. No, it's just. No.
And if we're being honest, Gal Gadot should have been more than just a cameo at the end of the movie.
Exactly. That would have at least gave it a little bit more of a zing.
Yes. Because in the same way that if we're being honest, she saved Batman versus Superman. She could have saved Shazam by showing up, because again, you're dealing with gods.
Yeah.
That's her entire world.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's her entire world.
Yeah.
So why would you not take her
and put her
in there?
Yeah, some kind of way. Other than what you did do with her.
Right.
Was not.
Other than just use her to bring Billy Batson back to life at the end.
Now, and you guys can, this is kind of like a spoiler alert. What did you think of the post-credit? What was that?
I need them to make something happen with that.
Yeah.
Because if we're being honest, it's the same post-credit scene from the first Shazam.
Dude, I thought I was watching from the first.
It's the exact same thing that happened in the first Shazam.
Yeah.
Dude is in jail. The little caterpillar comes out, and he's like, I've got plans for you.
Yeah. I was like.
And they're going to happen soon. And then you watch the end of Shazam, and then post-credit scene.
It's the same thing.
The dude is still in prison. But then here comes the caterpillar. I've got plans for you, and they're gonna happen soon.
And even he was like, wait, don't leave.
Right, because it's like, bro, how much longer am I gonna have to wait for these stupid plans?
Now, that was the final post-credit scene. What did you think about the first post-credit scene? Where he's approached by Waller's people.
I thought that was funny.
Oh, it was hilarious. The scene was hilarious. But I was wondering, like, where are you going with that? Where is that going? Have you heard anything?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Because, they're from the world of Peacemaker.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, I'm watching it. I'm thinking, so is he going?
And it kind of ties into Black Adam as well.
Yeah.
Because that's when the Justice Society was introduced.
Oh, okay.
And that's what they were trying to recruit him for the Justice Society.
That was funny.
And he was like, the Justice? He was like, yes. And then he was like, wait, the Justice Society, is that the Justice League?
Yeah.
And then he was like, honestly, same thing. He was like, bro, there's just a plethora of other words that you could have used.
And then she was like, nope.
And then even throwing the jab, the Avenger Society.
Oh God.
I was like, bro.
Come on, really?
Bro.
Really?
You gotta love it.
I was like, that part was funny.
Yes.
Yeah, that part was funny. But the ending post-credit scene, it was
I was like, what's the point if you're not gonna do anything with this stupid caterpillar?
Because that's what we were expecting in this movie.
But I'm like, all right, who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe James Gunn can go over there and
and do something with that.
He's restored my faith in him a little bit with Guardians, so I'm gonna give him some grace to see what he's going to do over here at DC. And
we've been saying for years, for as long as we've been doing, we've been saying that DC needs that Marvel magic. Maybe maybe he'll bring it.
Yeah,
maybe he'll bring it.
So I'm intrigued to see
what he eventually will do with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Uncle Greg, you know what I wanted to ask you?
What's up?
I was reading an article the other day, and it wasn't an article. I was watching a video, and it was making the comparison to The Rock, John Cena, and Batista.
Okay.
And how even though technically of the three, The Rock is the bigger superstar, both Batista and John Cena, their movies are more successful.
Yeah. I think I saw that video. Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Because nothing has really done it for him.
Nope. The only thing with The Rock is just his career has just been consistent.
Yes.
He's getting really.
He's got volume.
He's gotten, and all the roles he's has gotten rather have been good roles. But not really nothing like mind blowing or nothing like that you would like you'll never forget that particular role, but he's been consistently getting good roles. I guess because of who he is and his personality.
Because it's like, bro, if we're being honest, Black Adam bombed at the box office.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Kind of which is unfortunate because fans were waiting for a long time.
Yeah, for that.
For Black Adam.
Yeah.
And just for it to bomb the way it did, it's disappointing.
It was.
And from what I've also been consistently hearing is when it comes to the movies he's in, it's The Rock's way or the highway.
Which is now starting to bite him in the butt.
Yes.
Yeah. Because again, with the severance of ties with Disney, and Disney has been his mainstay. Disney has been good.
Yeah.
Has been good to him,
It's kind of like it's
but all of this stuff is now starting to surface, and it's starting to really tarnish what has been a pretty decent career.
Yeah, because I even saw a picture. It was 4 different pictures of The Rock in a jungle scene. But the pictures looked identical.
Mm-hmm.
They were 4 completely different movies.
Wow. So
The pictures look absolutely identical. 4 different movies.
4 different pictures.
Because if we're being honest, you mentioned, if you say The Rock, all right, and you go name his movies.
Yep.
Honestly, I struggle past The Scorpion King, Black Adam, because it was recent.
Yep, because that's the one that first. That's his most recent movie. Yeah,
and Jumanji, and that's also recent.
Wow, I didn't even think about that one. I forgot he was in that.
Because Jumanji was good, but Jumanji wasn't good because The Rock was in it.
No, it was.
Jumanji was good because of Kevin Hart and Jack Black.
Yep.
And Karen Gillian. Like the other 3
Yep.
held that movie down. It was not good because of The Rock.
Sorry.
But it's like when you go to John Cena and Peacemaker, match made in heaven. Both the show and his role in the Suicide Squad.
Exactly. I was just his total portrayal of the character. He was the reason that the Suicide Squad that worked.
Yes.
He was the standout. He was the standout.
Especially every scene with him and Idris Elba.
Oh yeah. He was definitely the standout and for the whole movie.
Yes, but even just like honestly, I didn't mind. I even liked him better in the Fast franchise. Like once The Rock left the franchise, which is crazy because the man said he would never return to those movies.
Well, money talks. Because I'm sure for him to return,
you had to have just had a movie bomb and you lose $100 million.
Oh, that too.
Honestly, I don't think they paid him what they might have had to pay him to come back to that movie.
You got to recoup those losses.
Yes, because you put everything into Black Adam.
Yep.
And that movie bombed. And so now you need to recoup those losses.
Yeah. So you're going to have to eat some humble pie.
You got to eat some humble pie.
And say, you know what? All right. Write me in. Because, because you don't see him, of course, until at the end.
Until the very end.
Until the end. And so that I'm sure they wrote that in and did that.
And he had to,
minute because and he was like, I'm sure he was like, you know what? I need the money.
Because even Hobbs and Shaw is done. Like, I forget that is a movie.
Yeah. That is part of that world.
Yes, that is like in the same universe.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I forget Hobbs and Shaw is a part of that universe, but I don't forget that Jason Statham is a part of the Fast universe.
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy. You forget that movie, but not that Jason Statham is a part of the Fast franchise.
And the truth be told, if they did not bring back The Rock in this last Fast movies, guess what? You wouldn't have missed him.
Honestly, you wouldn't have missed him.
You would not have missed him.
Because, I wasn't mad. I wasn't.
Nah.
These movies. I do think they need to stop making these movies because honestly, they're superheroes.
Yeah.
They should be fighting Thanos and they should be helping the Avengers.
Yeah.
But
they should be cruising the streets of Gotham City.
Yes, they should be cruising Gotham City
in their fast car.
Yes. They should be, doing all the things. Now that they can go to space, they can go help the Green Lantern Corps.
I miss that. Now I got to go. You know what? That was in 9, right?
Yes.
I got to go back and watch that now because when you told me that, I was like,
they took a DeLorean into space.
I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
No, I am not. I wish I was.
Oh my God.
But I am not.
So now I got to go back and watch that.
Yeah. But we did go get to see, I know we're like super late with this review, right?
Yeah.
But, life. I was in Jamaica, like, just relax, But we did get to see a couple days early. We went to go see Fast 10.
Yeah.
And Jason Momoa did a job well done in that movie. and he made it entertaining.
Exactly.
With all of the unbelievability that happened in that movie.
Jason Momoa made you enjoy that movie.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, again.
Because this is the Fast franchise and is a perfect example of when doing your best Joker impersonation works.
Oh my God. And it's really funny that we saw it when we saw it, and that was going through both of our minds.
Yeah.
And every critic that I read online after that, they were comparing his performance
to the Joker.
Because
it was very Joker-esque.
Yeah, to the Joker. And I was like, so I wasn't the only one. I said, we weren't the only ones. I was like,
we saw it, and we all appreciated it.
Oh, yeah. Appreciated it like I don't know what.
Yes.
Because, again, it made the movie interesting. It wasn't just like more of the same. And, again, here's the thing. With the last couple of Fast movies, it's always the villain that made the movie.
Yeah.
Made the movie interesting. And he did not let us down.
He did not.
In that regard. I'm really interested to see in what he's going to do in the next two installments.
Right.
Or one installment. Depends on, I guess, how this goes.
Uncle Greg, your next two installments.
You think it's going to be
next
two?
Two installments.
Okay.
Next two installments. Like, because, and it's funny because Ludacris was asked in an interview recently over the weekend why, he was asked to address the people who said stop making these movies, and he was asked why do they keep making these movies, and he said, okay, if I spend $200 million on a movie, and that movie brings back over $1 billion,
yep,
guess what I'm going to keep doing?
Until it no longer brings in $1 billion.
He said, if I'm making $800 million every time I make a movie, I'm going to keep making the movies
until they no longer make that
kind of money. And it was very true because it made like $400 million worldwide opening weekend.
Yep.
So, I mean, there are a lot of people complaining that they should not make these movies, but there are clearly more people
that are going
to see these and want
to see them,
these movies.
Yeah,
because they're going to see them.
Yep.
I stopped. I actually can't say I stopped going to see them in theaters because the last, I think 3 I saw in theaters, even though I didn't pay for it this last time. Shout out to NBC. But the last couple times I actually went to see it in theaters, and I gotta admit, I'm a part of the problem. My name is my name is Mo. and
I've got a problem.
And I keep going to see the Fast movies in theaters. Knowing full well.
It's okay.
Knowing full well.
It's okay.
It's
okay, sir.
It's nonsense, and nothing is happening. Like, bro, his son jumped from one car to another car.
Oh, goodness.
Now, how do you do that seated?
Yeah.
It's not like he stood up to where he could get the leverage to propel himself,
or like he was this great this great athlete.
Yes,
he was a kid.
He jumped from one car to another. And not only that, Vin Diesel caught him. Yeah. Not even the car. Like, Vin Diesel grabbed him. How, sir, when you're supposed to be driving?
And what kid in their right mind? And it would have been. And he didn't question it.
He didn't question it.
He didn't like, what?
He's like, are you kidding me?
Like, what? You're going too fast. He was
just like, you know what?
He's like,
family. And then jumped. It's like,
I'd have said something, but I don't think it would have been
right.
family.
It wouldn't have been family. Like, sir, you out your effing mind? What are you talking about? No, absolutely not.
It was like, nope. Guess I'm going. Guess I'm with the villain.
Right. Like, bro, let's just go wherever we go.
Come on, let's just go. Yeah, I'm with you because I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because a part of me wants to be like super tough, right? But if ever I'm put in a situation like that, Excuse me, villain, you said you're going to torture me if I don't give you the information that you need?
I'm telling.
Please, what information would you like to know? You don't have to torture me.
No.
You don't have to torture me. You don't gotta, like, you can take me out of these chains. Like, I'm not going away. You get me some food.
Yep.
And
I'm talking.
what do we want to know? I'm a civilian.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do with none of, I just go here.
I have nothing to gain.
Nothing to
Nothing to lose.
So please, what exactly would you like
what
to know?
do you want to know? Like, nope.
Because I'm going to tell it.
You won't even have to. You won't even have to call it interrogation. Just call it Q&A.
Q&A, right?
Let's just call it Q&A.
But not even Q&A, because it's just A.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I want? Yeah, absolutely right. And let me. You got a pen and some paper?
Okay.
Because I could draw a diagram if you want.
Really. Matter of fact, you don't even have to write anything down. I will write down.
Right.
Answers.
Like the pen and paper is for me.
Yeah.
It's not for you to write this down. The pen and paper is for me.
I don't want you to be inconvenienced.
Yes.
In any way,
none
shape,
of that.
or form.
I got you.
I'm
Here you
telling.
go.
I'm telling.
Because
I'm talking.
What? No. Just
No.
you know that movie. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous, but it was definitely
the most
fun.
Yes, it was fun. It was super fun.
It was fun.
But the most ridiculous part is that Paul Walker's character is still alive and not a part of the action. There is nothing.
Wait. He's still. See,
yes.
I'm new to the franchise.
His character in the movie is not dead.
Okay. So it's almost like you can expect him. We should expect, and I think that's also the anticipation at some point, because the diehard fans who have been following this series probably are even looking for with an expectation, because it's like he's not dead.
I honestly just want them to put him to rest. Like, I thought that's what they were going to do with this movie, because I read that that's what they were going to do. Like, they are going to lay his character in the movie to rest because he's not dead. But I still don't ever understand, if he's not dead, why was he not sitting at that large family gathering?
Yeah, exactly.
And then the craziest part is, right, his sister Mia.
Mm-hmm.
You know they had kids together, right? Kids, more than one. The kids weren't even at the dinner. They smooth acted like he did not have his last movie. The last movie he was in started off with him in a minivan picking up his kids from school.
And now him. Wait. Mia's back, right?
Mia's still in it.
She's still there, but the kids,
him and the kids are not
gone.
there. Okay. And every time, like, because in the last one, they said, so where is everybody? Mm-hmm. And Vin Diesel was like, Paul and Mia, or Brian and Mia, that's his name in the movie. Brian and Mia are somewhere safe. There is nowhere, never would Paul Walker's character be like, you know what? I'm not going to be there to help. Mm-hmm. Because again, family.
Yeah.
He would have been there. He would have been there somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just want them to just...
So
it even got crazy. One of the movies, the last movie, I think, they were sitting outside at a table. Mm-hmm. And they were having, you know, dinner together. Like, you know, that barbecue outside the table. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, we're just waiting for Brian. And then the movie ends with his car pulling up.
Okay, I saw that ending. I never saw the whole movie, but I did. I remember the ending. I remember the ending.
It ends with his car pulling up. And I'm like, but he's not in it. Now, don't get me wrong. It is super tragic that we lost Paul Walker. He was a very pivotal part of this movie. Which is why... And the one that they were filming that he started that his brother finished, switch it up so you could, that would have been a great way to send him off. Mm-hmm. Other than, like, what they did was nice. Mm-hmm. But it's like, come on.
Yeah, like I said, I am waiting, because, I mean, since you're telling me, because I'm new to the whole thing, and so since you're telling me that he is technically still alive,
yes,
I'm waiting to see that's, and I'm sure most of the fans are probably waiting to see him make some sort of appearance in the last of the movie.
It better be just to like the only appearance I better see is a coffin. If we're being honest, like
Wait. Even if they just bring him back to do that,
yeah, like
even if they just bring him back to do that,
like enough is enough.
Yeah, I think that's
that with that enough is enough.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So if they did that, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Again, if they could make it work.
If they could make it work.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they can, but
yeah.
you know. And nobody stays dead, so you know. That's why I didn't get sad at John Cena's character dying.
Yeah, exactly.
Because nobody stays dead. Because Han, he died. Like died. And then he didn't die. And now he's back.
He's back.
And then Letty died.
Yeah, I remember you were saying.
She died.
Yeah.
And then she didn't die. She came back and she had amnesia.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, she had like when she first came back,
Mm-hmm.
she had amnesia and she was working with the villain because he found her first. And then that's when you found out that they had superpowers because Vin Diesel went back to the scene of the accident and recreated the accident using skid marks on a street. He knew exactly what happened from skid marks in a street.
Okay.
I said, he's got superpowers, bro. He's got superpowers.
Or he's like Dexter. He goes like, all right, this is how goes in the room and looks at all the blood splatters. See? All right, this is how this happened. All right. That's the villain, that the person came in and they hit him in the head and the blood
But you see,
that way.
He went to school for that.
Yeah.
So it could be understood
why
his knowledge of seeing blood spatters and patterns, because that's something you can learn.
But skid marks?
You can't learn how she got out of the car and escaped the explosion from skid marks on the street. You can't learn that.
So you got to have superpowers.
You got to have superpowers.
Got to have superpowers. Batman couldn't have deduced that.
Hello. World's Greatest Detective would have been like, he's amazed at the stuff Vin Diesel could do.
He's like, yeah, you should wear this. Take the cowl. He said, you should be Batman. You got the voice already.
Right.
You should be Batman.
And then what's the name coming back at the end of this one? Like, what the heck was that?
She comes back, and you're talking about one who came back in the atomic sub?
Yes.
I didn't know that she was supposed to be dead. Am I right?
She died.
She died.
She died. And it was one of those not surviving kind of deaths.
And she shows up.
So I am completely interested in seeing
how that happened.
Because again, it was ridiculous with Letty, how she survived. And then went into a hospital, but because she had amnesia, that's why they never, they thought she was dead. She had amnesia, so they never looked for her, and she didn't know to look for them. Ridiculous, but whatever. Han died, but apparently, when the car crashed, he got pulled out before it blew up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's character pulled him out before it blew up. So that's how he survived. She went into a jet engine.
Oh my. So she definitely has superpowers.
She definitely is Wonder Woman in the Fast franchise. So now I know they're all one connected universe.
Oh my
because
goodness.
that is the only way
she
possibly could have survived.
She got sucked into a jet.
She got sucked into a jet engine.
Oh man. Oh goodness. It was really funny because again, like I said, they're really diehard fans, and they're like who really watch this and really fiend for these kind of movies. When we saw it in the theater, and I didn't know who she was, but she shows up in the atomic sub.
Yes.
And the hatch comes up and she pops out and everybody starts clapping. People start clapping. They're like, yeah. Instead of, I would have, if I had known then what I know now, I would have been sitting there like, what?
That's why I started laughing.
Yeah, you
That's
started
why I
laughing.
because I'm like, bro, you've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Oh,
and you want to know what's even crazier? Everyone comes back. Not a scratch, not a dent, not a scar, not a disfigurement. Everybody comes back perfectly fine. With no marks, bruises, or anything to remind us what they went through. They're all superheroes. So, I am not worried. I do not believe that John Cena died.
Yeah.
When he sacrificed himself and blew up that super dope.
Yeah, that car was
El Camino.
Yeah, that car was crazy.
Oh man, that was really cool.
Was crazy.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
but
and it was like tailor made for him.
Yes,
for him.
Yes,
it just totally fit his character.
Definitely.
Yeah,
but yeah. It's on track to, make what the other ones made.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to do what the other ones did. And then we're going to get 2 more, which are supposed to be the last ones. I did hear that somebody wants a spinoff. Another spinoff.
Okay.
For the Fresh. That's what I don't remember. I don't remember who wants it, but I know somebody wants a spinoff from this whole thing.
I thought that that Dwayne Johnson and
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. I thought that was good. But you know what made that good for me? Not just because them two, but Ryan Reynolds, his character.
Yes.
His character.
But I mean, come on, it's Ryan Reynolds.
It's Ryan Reynolds. But yeah. That made it. I think that's probably why I watched it. Because Ryan Reynolds was in
That's Deadpool. And that's how they connect all 3 universes.
Yeah, Deadpool.
It's Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Because honestly, it's kind of like now with him, whatever you see him in, especially when he gets to just go.
Deadpool.
He's Deadpool in everything.
Yeah.
In everything. Like, I was watching Free Guy. Once he got those glasses, bro,
Deadpool.
You are Deadpool. And The Hitman's Bodyguard. And then The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. He's Deadpool. Yeah. He's literally Deadpool without the healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, those movies were fantastic.
Again.
Him and Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
And Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
The 3, I didn't know that was a combination that the world needed to see, but I am so glad
that was good
that we got that. Yeah. We got those 2 movies. But yeah, because even in that movie, you're not going to tell me that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, a human, can grab onto a truck and hold the truck and then grab onto a chain that is attached to a helicopter.
Yeah.
And not lose both his arms in the process.
But that was a
great scene.
That was a great scene. It was like
for a superhero.
Yeah, for a superhero. Yeah.
It was more believable when Cap did it because he's Captain America.
Yeah. He's got the super soldier.
He's got super serum.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because a comedian, Kev on stage, he was like, when did the Fast franchise go too far? And then the clips have just been, I spent a great amount of time on that thread watching all the clips of when people think that the movie went too far. There were 2 clips that stood out and was funny. That was super funny. One of the clips was in Too Fast, Too Furious, which is the second movie, when Paul Walker's character says, "Forget about it, cuh." But he said it like he was a gangster. He said it like he was from Compton. And that scene was it's hilarious because he acted his heart out in that scene, but it wasn't good. It wasn't believable at all, but it was funny. And that was somebody was like, this is when they went too far right here.
When he became a thug.
Yes.
Yeah.
But another scene was when, again, I've talked about this scene numerous times, when Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was in the hospital and he knew they needed him, and his arm is in a cast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he says,
yeah.
"Daddy's got to go to work," and breaks the cast with his arm.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, come on.
He had his healing factor kicked
Yes. And his super strength all at the same time. Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson
is a superhero.
Like in real life. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And his super serum, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's ridiculous. It's a lot. They've made a whole bunch of money and a whole lot of movies, and I will go see all of them.
Yeah. I will go
because
definitely.
I have a problem.
Now I gotta go see. I'm hooked. I am hooked now.
And it's great, you know, that you're on this ride with me now. Thanks.
I'm here for it, man. They strapped me in the car. They're getting ready to shoot me through a tube from one building to another.
Especially because now you've got to go back and see them go to space.
Yeah. Oh God.
I got to see them go to space.
Gotta go see it. Gotta hear it. I have to go see that. I have to see. I have to see that.
See them go to space.
Matter of fact, I think it's showing on
one of them. I think it's HBO. I think it's Max.
No, the number that was number 9 when they went to space. They're showing that on Peacock. Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah. So I'll definitely be watching that. Matter of fact, I might do that today. The other ones, I think I don't know if they're still showing that. At one point, they were showing all of them on HBO Max.
Yes.
So I'll have to look in maybe
Max
now. I'm sorry.
It's Max now.
It's just Max.
Speaking of which, I got a gripe.
Yeah, come on,
I got a gripe.
Let's talk about that.
I got a gripe with Max. And honestly, it's super small. It's super petty.
Okay.
But with HBO Max, you know, when you assign profiles, one of the options that HBO Max lets you do is you could use one of the selected profiles.
Yes.
Selected images for your profile.
I'd use one of them. Yeah.
You could have no profile at all.
Yeah.
And if you downloaded the app on your mobile device, you could upload your own personal picture, which is what I did.
Okay.
I uploaded a picture because I was like, oh, that's cool. That's an awesome feature. Instead of having to just choose one of the many, if you do it on your phone, you could upload your own picture. Cool. I'm like, when I download Max, everything is blank again.
Yeah. Yep.
So then I'm like, all right, no problem. I'm going to go and I'm going to
put your picture back.
Put my picture back. They've removed that option.
Ah, okay.
Stank heifers. I really enjoyed that option. But, you know.
Yeah.
And why did I have to download a new app?
Yeah. That was the other thing. It's like, why did we have to download a new app?
Why did I have to download a new app?
Why can't you just change it? Again, I didn't understand that. I was like, somewhere along the line, somebody's got paid. But even though the app was free, I'm like,
no, somebody got paid.
Somebody got paid.
And now it's like super bright.
Yeah.
I kind of like the darkness of it, like the HBO Max app. Because, you know, I'm just a dark and brooding human being. But like.
Question. What is the difference?
I haven't actually like looked through the app, but I think you're supposed to be able to get content on there now too.
Where?
Discovery content.
Okay.
Like the Discovery Plus content.
I have not, and that's what I thought, but I have not seen.
Don't tell me you just changed the app just to change the app.
I have not seen any real changes.
I saw a funny meme about that too.
And that's because I was looking for, I said, well, maybe it's the Discovery app. The Discovery is supposed to be on here now. I haven't seen anything. And I got to go back. Maybe I've missed it. I got to go back and look again.
Yeah, don't tell me you just changed the name just to change the name. It was funny, though. I did see a meme about that because they were like, it was HBO. Then it was HBO Go.
Yeah.
Then it was HBO Now. And then it was HBO Max. And now it's Max. And then I saw it was like Max 10. And then it was like Max the Gathering. and then it was just like different. Like it was just like the name just started getting longer
and longer.
And I was like, bro, because why? What are we doing over at HBO? What is wrong with HBO?
What I didn't get.
What is wrong with the home box office?
Yeah,
Nothing.
I don't know. I don't know what made them drop HBO. I guess maybe because now they're able to add more. Because also, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of CNN content in there now.
Ooh.
There's a lot of CNN content, like a lot of these, not their regular news feed, but their specials that they do.
Okay.
There's a lot of this. There's a lot of CNN content.
Yeah, I haven't actually like taken the time to browse the app and see what's new and what's changed.
Yeah.
Because life hasn't stopped just because there's a new app. But I was just like, bro, what was the point?
Yeah.
What's the point?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I said, did you add something new? Are we getting something new? I was like, okay,
what are we doing here?
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So maybe we'll get it soon. I don't know. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're not finished adding all the stuff that they want to add on.
Because they don't want it to. That's the one thing you don't want it to crash.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Believe it or not, that's the crazy thing. And this is like completely different. Like way off topic, but we don't have anything to talk about. So it's like the app Pokemon Go, right? It lost like a lot of people because once you got to a certain point, it just became boring, mundane, and redundant and repetitive. And I've been repeatedly saying if the game we have because I still play. I've weathered the storm or weathering the storm.
And you're still playing Pokemon?
I'm still playing Pokemon Go.
Okay.
Right. Because again, I want to be the very best like no one ever was.
Okay.
To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land searching far and wide. Because I did catch a couple Pokemon in Jamaica that you could only get in Jamaica.
Are you kidding me?
No. Because what they did was they released certain Pokemon. And in an effort to get people out and to get people exploring, you can only catch certain Pokemon in certain parts of the world.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that would make it a little bit interesting. I'm now that you're done. Well, since we're there, I remember when it first came out. I remember and I was watching people in the park and just running up and down the street in gangs. I mean, in groups, and I was like, I would hear people screaming and running, and I'm looking, I'm like thinking, what did something happen? And they're running around with their cell phones and taking pictures. And I'm like, what are they doing? And then I would hear somebody say, I got one. And I was like, okay. Oh, they're playing Pokemon Go.
Yes.
I was like, but now it's like, if they are playing, you really don't. You don't know it anymore.
Yeah, they're not recently, which is part of why I'm just now. I don't go. I used to like go out to play it when like that was a thing. But now it's just kind of like if I'm out and I'm traveling, I'll open the app
and see what happens,
and just let's see what happens while I'm out and just exploring the game, like just out in the world. But I was just like if that game. Like, a lot of people got bored. But with everything that they've added over time, if this game is what we got when they first released it, I think it might have held people longer.
Okay.
Than...
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's still a vast community because there are people who... I used to subscribe to a couple of people on YouTube who... That's what they did for a living. And that it's still what they do for a living.
So there are some people, there are diehards out there who are still...
Yes, it is still a very large community. It's just apparent that none of them live in Jersey City or New Jersey because I don't know any of them. But yeah, since we're on the topic of Pokemon, I would like to shout out the greatest trainer of all time, Ash Ketchum. They've ended his run.
What do you mean?
Like, he was still out here, like, he's done. Like, he's gone home. Like, Ash Ketchum is like, he's no more. Like, they're finished with him and Pikachu. Like,
he's dead?
No, he's not dead, but like he's finished.
Oh, okay. He's caught all the. He's gone as far as he can go.
Well, that as far as like that as they're gonna take him, like it's like they are. Pokemon will continue, but not with Ash Ketchum and Pikachu.
Okay, so who's?
I don't know, some kids. I don't know, man. But it was a sad moment for us Pokemon fans from the very beginning because it was like, bro, he finally did it. Like, one, he wanted to be the greatest Pokemon master of all time, and he reached that.
Oh, okay.
And that's how they ended it.
Oh,
with him
okay.
with him finally reaching the top.
goal.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was like, it was just a proud moment. I was like, oh my God, he finally did it. I remember way back when you couldn't. And then they even like they went for the nostalgia bonus in like that last season because fans of the show remember like his iconic Pokemon that he's had just like throughout the series. And mostly like the original his original 6. And for whatever reason Ash Ketchum never like he wanted to be the best. He could have got there a whole lot quicker if he actually, just went and trained Pokemon and like evolved Pokemon, didn't release Pokemon back into the wild kind of thing. But because he did that, those Pokemon like came back in this final season, and it was just touching moment for us fans of the year.
The Pokemon.
The Pokemon came back.
Oh, okay.
Like he reunited with them for like certain scenes because he had like
interesting.
Yeah, because he had a Butterfree that had like a scarf or like a bow on its head, and that came back to him for like an episode, and then he had a Squirtle that had like these black shades.
Yeah.
And that Squirtle came back. And it was like, oh, great. He's seeing all the OG Pokemon. They come back. And it was a cool moment. So shout out to Ash Ketchum for truly being the very best like no one ever was. I'm trying my hardest not to sing that home theme song. But, but yeah, and for being one more thing in my childhood that is no more. So thanks.
So they're no longer making any new episodes.
They are, just not with Ash Ketchum.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Pokemon's not done, but he's done.
He's done.
Yeah.
He'll make cameos, I guess.
Oh, he better or not.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see his level 2000 Pikachu come back because you're not going to tell me that Pikachu's not the strongest Pokemon in the world because it's a Pikachu. And he's just like, yo, at this point, what can't that Pikachu do?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that was his
go-to. And like, the Pikachu, it was learning things that it shouldn't have been able to learn. It's the strongest Pokemon alive. Like, but
okay,
that's things. Before we go, right? Because honestly, we can wrap it up. It's been like an hour.
Yeah,
which is crazy because I didn't, you didn't think that I didn't expect us to be able to just go like this. But I want to give applause and shout out to or not to The Little Mermaid. It's the #1 movie at the box office. It dominated the box office this weekend.
Okay.
And from what I've been seeing, unlike other Disney remakes, the people are loving it.
This one is this is that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
It's like out of all the Disney remakes, this is the one that's been the best received, and it's making the most. And it's made the most money. Might even because it was like I was thinking at one point if this one bombs, maybe they should just stop doing this.
I still think they should stop doing it.
Maybe. That's
this would honestly be like end on a high note.
Yeah, to end on a high note. Yeah.
End on a high note.
Yeah.
With Disney remakes, like do this one, then call it quits.
Call it quits. So I'm glad it's doing well.
Yes.
I haven't been
what did you expect? Black people don't make bad movies.
And we don't care what you think.
I don't care what you think. So
I'm trying to what was I getting ready to say? Yeah. I'm really one of my nieces took her daughters to see it yesterday. And from what I heard, they
Yeah,
They enjoyed it.
I heard it was. I've been seeing it's really good.
They enjoyed it.
So
Matter of fact, this is even, and I was even talking to my wife, and I was saying to her, I said, you know what, Halle Bailey.
yes,
I almost said, I don't want to keep saying
Halle
Bailey.
Berry.
Halle Bailey.
Bailey.
This is opening up a whole bunch of stuff for her because now she's gone from this movie to being one of the cast members of the remake
Purple.
of the
Yes.
Color Purple.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there
That
like,
looks really good.
this looks really good.
That
Yeah.
looks really
That's-
like me in remakes. I'm like, yo, I
Yeah.
don't care for him.
Yeah.
This one,
Yeah, this one looks
really good, and I like the fact that they're doing.
Yeah.
It's a not really a remake because it's the Broadway version.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was trying to think. It's like, okay.
They're doing the Broadway version.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's not really. It's not really
a remake.
a remake.
Okay.
Because the Broadway version was different from
the original
movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I can't wait to. I
can't wait to see it.
And I'm one of those people who always says it's opening on Christmas Day, supposedly. As I guess depending on what happens with the writers' strike or whatever. But it's supposed to open
Well,
up.
that shouldn't affect that because I mean,
You think it's in the can already?
yeah, like the movie is done already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've completely
okay.
finished it.
Okay.
So it's still that movies that are like done already. If the trailer comes out, it's finished.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So then it's done. So I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about.
But ordinarily, I'm not one of those people who wants to go to the movies on Christmas Day. But this one, I don't know if I'm not.
Honestly, I might. That might be different.
If I'm not doing anything, if I'm not really doing anything particular on Christmas Day, I think that might be something different to do.
Yeah, that might be a thought.
Yeah.
I might circulate that around. See
Yeah.
who's down. Let's go to the movies on Christmas. We do something different. Let's go to the movie. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, I was sitting there when they said Christmas Day. I was like, ordinarily, I don't go to the movies on Christmas. I like to be home. I don't go anywhere. I'm just sitting home, just doing Christmas stuff. And I was like, I think maybe this year I might do something a little different.
That sounds good. Because we kind of had a tradition recently, in recent years, of ordering Chinese food
Yeah, that's what we do.
and watching a movie at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that could be a thought
Yeah. So I don't
to actually go to the movies.
Yeah, and then go check it out.
And go check out The Color Purple because it is intriguing. I definitely do want to see
I
it.
am intrigued. I love
Yeah.
the cast. I'm loving the cast. So it's like definitely we'll definitely be talking about that more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was fun.
This was good. This
was good.
I told you, so once we get started, we'll just roll with it.
Roll. But yeah. Until the next one.
Ah.
We out.
We out.